I still love boxing, so why not continue my career? So I decided to change my mind to continue in my journey as a boxer.
And
seeing him beat Keith Thurman at 40 years old, like, god damn, this guy's great. I mean,
Right.
just look at his career with 8 different weight classes, world titles in eight different weight classes.
Goes to the flurry again. Yep. Goes to the flurry again.
Nobody saw this coming. Not at 46. Manny Pacquiao had already done it all 8 weight classes, 70 fights, a global icon. He didn't need one more round. Most thought he was finished. Then the headlines hit. Pacquiao was back. Not for an exhibition, not for a farewell. He signed up for a real, high-stakes WBC world title fight. Across from him stands Mario Barrios, 28 years old, in his prime, sharp and active, the current welterweight champion. He didn't grow up just watching Pacquiao, he grew up watching Pacquiao run through opponents. And now, they'll share the ring. Some people called it crazy. Others called it destiny. Because Manny isn't just stepping back into a ring, he's stepping into a time machine, against an opponent who isn't scared, isn't starstruck, and definitely isn't slowing down. This isn't a payday. This isn't nostalgia. It's a fight where every punch asks the same question: can a 46-year-old still hang with the best in the world? And the world, it's watching for one of two things: a resurrection or a reckoning. Manny Pacquiao had nothing left to prove. The Hall of Fame was already guaranteed, the respect carved into boxing's history books. He could have walked away with one of the cleanest, most complete legacies the sport has ever seen. But instead, just weeks before his official Hall of Fame induction, he signed the papers not to wave goodbye, but to lace up the gloves one more time. No one begged him to do it. No promoter twisted his arm. This isn't a farewell paycheck or a charity appearance. So why come back? Some say it's ego. Others call it desperation. But those who know Pacquiao best, they say it's something else entirely. He's not coming back for attention. He's coming back because he's not done yet. For Manny Pacquiao, this isn't about headlines or applause, it's about finishing the story on his own terms. Boxers don't return to chase fairy tales. They return to face the parts of themselves they haven't beaten yet. And for Pacquiao, the real opponent isn't Barrios. It's time. It's doubt. It's that quiet voice that asks, are you still good enough? This comeback isn't about proving something to the world. It's about proving something to himself.
Take the spotlight, you take the history, you take the moment. And in boxing, that can change everything.
Stop. Put the mountains into the act.
Across the ring stands a man who isn't here for fairy tales. Mario Barrios isn't chasing nostalgia, and he's not caught up in the myth of Pacquiao. He respects him, sure, how could he not? But Barrios didn't grow up idolizing Manny. He grew up studying him, watching tape, breaking down patterns, preparing for the day he might face him. Now that day is here. Barrios is 28, tall, calm, sharp, fresh off a dominant run that earned him the WBC welterweight title after Terence Crawford stepped aside. He didn't go looking for Pacquiao. He wasn't calling him out. But when the name landed on the table, he didn't hesitate. No negotiations. No delays. Just one answer: let's go. Because for Barrios, this isn't just another title defense. This is an opportunity to skip the line and rewrite his own legacy in one night. Beat Pacquiao, and you don't just keep the belt, you take something far more valuable. You take the spotlight. You take the history. You take the moment. And in boxing, that can change everything.
July 19th isn't just another fight night.
Mario Barrios doesn't sell fights with words. You won't find him trash-talking at press conferences or firing off bold Instagram captions. He doesn't need to. He speaks with his hands, with discipline, and with pressure that doesn't let up once the bell rings. He's not flashy. He's not trying to put on a show. And he's not a one-punch knockout artist. What he is dangerous in a quieter way. A technician with real power. The kind of fighter who doesn't overwhelm you in the first round, but chips away, breaks you down slowly, and takes control one round at a time. Barrios is in that perfect window of his career. He's young enough to be fast, fresh, and fearless, but experienced enough to stay calm under pressure, to take his time, and to adjust when things get rough. His lungs are strong, his legs are spring-loaded, and his chin hasn't taken much damage. Pacquiao may be the bigger name on the marquee, he always will be, but in terms of raw momentum, Barrios brings the edge. He brings the volume, the youth, and the rhythm of a fighter who believes this is his moment. And if he wins, it won't just be an upset. It won't just be a passing of the torch. It will be the night a rising contender took down a legend and refused to flinch doing it.
With a controversial majority decision when they last met in November 2011. On that occasion, the Filipino southpaw earned 2 of the verdicts from the 3 judges.
July 19th isn't just another fight night. For many boxing fans, it marks something special, the return of a legend. It's not just about titles or rankings. It's about legacy. Manny Pacquiao stepping into the ring again at 46 has sparked conversations, reactions, and anticipation across the boxing world. In the lead-up, Filipino fans are expressing pride online. Old highlight reels are trending again. Communities are planning watch parties. For longtime followers of Pacquiao's career, this night represents more than just another main event. It's a rare moment to witness the possible end of an era. People aren't tuning in just to see a belt on the line. They're watching to answer a question that's been quietly building for years: can greatness return one last time? In remembering the sound of an entire country cheering from a living room in Manila, a kid watching his first boxing match, realizing this man is different, this isn't just about the punches. It's about what Pacquiao means to a people, to a history, to a memory. This night feels like more than just a boxing event. Because Pacquiao isn't just part of the sport anymore. He's part of something bigger. He belongs to the world now. And when the bell finally rings, it won't just signal the start of a fight, it'll be a reminder that sometimes one person really can move millions. Not with words. Not with headlines. Just by showing up one final time.
Yeah. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, hook right hand. It was fun.
July 19th carries weight not just because Manny Pacquiao is returning, but because his son is stepping in too. While Pacquiao headlines the event in what could be his final professional fight, Manny Pacquiao Jr. will make his pro debut on the same card. It's not a tribute appearance or a novelty slot, it's the official start of his own career. Under the bright lights and heavy expectations, he enters the ring carrying a name known around the world, and with that, the pressure of comparison. Some wonder if it's too early. Others question whether the spotlight is too much. But those around him say he's ready. He's been training under the same roof that shaped his father, with Freddie Roach and Marvin Samudio guiding him at Wildcard Boxing Gym. The routines are familiar. The voices. The expectations. Even the sweat all carry echoes of his father's rise. Same gym. Same name. But a new story beginning. Manny Pacquiao Jr.'s amateur record is solid, not headline-grabbing, but respectable. And that might be the point. This debut isn't about numbers or past achievements. It's about something harder to measure, whether the same drive that made his father a legend lives on in him. He's not trying to copy his father. He's trying to find his own rhythm. But with the Pacquiao name stitched on his shorts, there's no easing in. Every round will be judged. every move compared, and every misstep magnified. Still, there's a quiet significance in what's happening, a son beginning his journey on the same night his father may be ending his. Two careers intersecting in the same building, on the same stage. No matter what happens that night, one thing is certain, the name Pacquiao will still be in the ring, still fighting, still moving forward. And maybe, that's the most powerful legacy of all. Before Manny Pacquiao steps into the spotlight, the undercard sets the tone. One of the most anticipated matchups is the rematch between Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tszyu. Their first fight was a war full of momentum shifts, heavy damage, and plenty of controversy. It left fans divided and both fighters with something to prove. Now they meet again, not for hype, but for clarity. This rematch isn't just about a win. It's about redemption. Each man is stepping back into the ring not just to defeat the other, but to erase doubts, silence critics, and reclaim control of their own story.
Este es un devorador, este es un auténtico pitbull, este hombre te desconoce, le mete de izquierda, dolorosísimo, tiene que terminarla ya, buena intervención.
Also on the card is Isaac Pitbull Cruz, a fighter known for one thing, relentless pressure. There's no dancing, no flash, just forward motion and heavy hands. He's reportedly set to face Angel Fierro, a matchup that promises action from the opening bell. Both are aggressive. Both are willing to trade. And neither is known for backing down. If it unfolds as expected, it could turn into a slugfest before the first round ends. Cruz doesn't promote fights with talk. He lets his style do the selling. And on a night already charged with emotion, his fight could be the spark that ignites the crowd. From top to bottom, this card could headline on its own. But instead, it leads into something even bigger, the return of a living legend.
Crazy about him is his calves.
Yeah.
When you look
Massive.
at that, they're giant. They're like a thigh.
At 46, most fighters are behind the mic or working the commentary desk. Some are doing podcasts. Others are showing up ringside in tailored suits, reflecting on their glory days. Manny Pacquiao isn't doing any of that. He's still in the gym, shadowboxing at full speed. He's crushing pad sessions with the kind of rhythm that hasn't faded. And in recent training clips, he's sprinting like someone forgot to tell him he's not 25 anymore. The footage didn't go viral because he looked young. It caught fire because he still looked dangerous. The bounce was there. The timing. The explosive snap. And then there's the calves, the part of Pacquiao that trainers and analysts always point to. Thick, spring-loaded, built on the steep church steps of General Santos City. Those legs helped him explode into range and disappear just as fast. Years later, they're still doing the same job, still twitching, still giving him the kind of edge most fighters lose with age. At 46, most fighters are behind the mic or working the commentary desk. Some are doing podcasts. Others are showing up ringside in tailored suits, reflecting on their glory days. Manny Pacquiao isn't doing any of that. He's still in the gym, shadowboxing at full speed. He's crushing pad sessions with the kind of rhythm that hasn't faded. And in recent training clips, he's sprinting like someone forgot to tell him he's not 25 anymore. The footage didn't go viral because he looked young. It caught fire because he still looked dangerous. The bounce was there. The timing. The explosive snap. And then there's the calves, the part of Pacquiao that trainers and analysts always point to. Thick, spring-loaded, built on the steep church steps of General Santos City. Those legs helped him explode into range and disappear just as fast. Years later, they're still doing the same job, still twitching, still giving him the kind of edge most fighters lose with age. But even the cleanest footage can't hide reality. Training isn't fighting. punches in the gym don't carry the weight of a real title night. Behind every sharp combo is a question the crowd doesn't want to ask. Can those legs still take 12 rounds of pressure? Can they chase youth and catch it? In the gym, Pacquiao looks like he could go another decade. But under the lights, with Barrios in front of him, not pads, that's where we'll see what time has really taken. Because in boxing, it's not just about what you land. It's about what you survive. Mario Barrios isn't chasing headlines or begging for cameras. He's not the kind of fighter who lives off viral clips or soundbite swagger. While others posture for attention, Barrios trains in silence. He doesn't need to talk himself into relevance, his fists do that for him. His discipline is visible in everything he does: calculated footwork, quiet confidence, and a style that speaks volumes without saying a word. Barrios is a technician, a craftsman in a brutal sport. He doesn't need chaos to thrive, he thrives in control. There's no wild aggression or flashy unpredictability in his game. What you see is a patient predator, one who doesn't need to swing for the fences to dominate. Instead, he deconstructs his opponents, one jab, one round, one adjustment at a time. Often, fighters don't even realize they're falling behind until the numbers start slipping out of reach. You bring pressure? He sidesteps. You swing? He glides just out of range. Make a mistake? He makes you pay, with interest. Barrios isn't chasing early knockouts, he's playing the long game. He uses patience like a scalpel, carving away your momentum until you're left with frustration and no time to recover. That's the kind of fighter Manny Pacquiao is walking into the ring with.
To the ring with a survivor playing, because he won't look to survive. If things turn against Mosley tonight as we expected to do.
Gets to defend the title on home turf. The San Antonio native will defend the crown here at AT&T Stadium.
When Manny Pacquiao faced Eudenis Ugas, something changed. For the first time in years, the warrior looked human. Just a touch slower. Just a little less sharp. The punches came a fraction late, the angles weren't quite as crisp. It wasn't just about age, it was about rhythm. The old rhythm that used to break opponents down wasn't fully there. And against a technician like Mario Barrios, moments like that don't go unnoticed. Barrios doesn't freeze in those moments. He doesn't flinch. He reacts. Fast. Decisively. He sees hesitation as an opening, and he doesn't second guess. That's what makes him so dangerous. He's not trying to walk in Pacquiao's shadow or recreate a Filipino fairy tale. He's not here to copy greatness, he's here to challenge it. To replace it. Barrios wants to be the man who ends a legend's final chapter with clarity. No controversy. No disputed decision. No Twitter arguments over who really won. Just one clean, undeniable victory. And when the final bell rings, he wants one thing: his name to ring louder than Pacquiao's. Barrios isn't just fighting to be remembered. He's fighting to rewrite history in his own name.
Just how grateful is Santa Cruz to him thus far, not gone down. He's been down twice in his career.
Some fighters win the mental game before the first bell. Not with threats or theatrics, but with presence. Manny Pacquiao is one of those rare men. He doesn't posture. He doesn't taunt. You won't see him screaming in press conferences or throwing out cheap insults for social media clout. He arrives with humility, a quiet calm, holding a Bible instead of a microphone. His hands are wrapped in silence, not showmanship. And then, once the bell rings, he transforms. That calm exterior gives way to explosive combinations and relentless angles. It's deceptive. It's unnerving. Because what appears to be serenity isn't softness, it's experience. It's the unshakable quiet of a man who's been here more times than you've dreamed about. For younger fighters like Barrios, that energy can be disorienting. Pacquiao doesn't need to prove anything to the world anymore, but he might still feel like he has something to prove to himself. That's the danger. That's the unknown. And while Barrios has handled the spotlight well so far, measured words, focused demeanor, he's about to step into something bigger than an opponent. He's stepping into an arena filled with legacy, emotion, and the collective memory of millions who see Pacquiao not just as a fighter, but as a national symbol. Barrios knows this isn't just another bout. It's not even just youth versus age. It's not just two men with gloves. This is legacy on one side, and the future daring to challenge it on the other.
Good hard left hand by Pacquiao. That hurt Bradley. His leg lock.
We see Pacquiao line that jab up and throw a beautiful straight left hand down the pipe. Bradley tried to react to it, but he reacted a little late.
Guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then gets in that ring.
Kick your ass later.
Different dude. Right. Once he steps through that roast, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
From the islands of Luzon to the southern reaches of Mindanao, the anticipation is electric. The entire Philippines is preparing for a moment. In remote barangays and bustling cities, people are setting up public viewing screens in church courtyards, gyms, town halls, anywhere they can gather. Airlines are shifting flight schedules. Local businesses are adjusting hours. Because on fight night, the nation will pause. This isn't just a sporting event. It's a national celebration. For millions, Manny Pacquiao is more than a fighter, he's a symbol of hope, resilience, and pride. Win or lose, this fight is another chance for the country to rally behind its most iconic hero. For many Filipinos, it's not just one man stepping into the ring, it's their man. Their champion. Their inspiration. One more night. One more war. One more chance to make history. On July 19th, don't just tune in to see a boxing match. Witness a moment in time. Because legends like Manny Pacquiao don't just fade into retirement, they echo. Long after the gloves are hung up, the impact remains. And win or lose, Pacquiao will prove something no clock can touch: greatness doesn't age, it evolves. This is about more than belts, rankings, or knockouts. It's about legacy, pride, and the power of a story that still hasn't reached its final page. So mark the date, join the millions watching, and be part of the history. And when it's all over, subscribe for the full post-fight breakdown and let us know, what's your favorite Pacquiao moment of all time?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.